After more than 20 years of living in America, Mario decides to return to his native Italy. His dream is to retire in the south of the country, spend his golden years by the sea, and finally get away from all the stress he's had throughout his life. But when Mario gets off the plane, he'll quickly realize that his past is not letting him go so easily. What's going on here? Let's find out in Mafia, the Godfather's debt. Mario, an Italian immigrant, has just arrived at the airport in Rome. He looks tired after the long flight and can't wait to start his well-deserved vacation. It's been a while since he returned to his homeland, and he's really looking forward to seeing his family again. He makes his way through the crowds of people and leaves the arrivals area. Suddenly, two men approach him. "Mario, right?" one of them asks. Startled, Mario replies, "Who are you?" The man smiles and says, "Don't play dumb with us. We know who you are, and we also know why you're here." Mario's confused. "I don't know what you're talking about," he says. The man leans closer to him and whispers, "Your father left a debt that needs to be paid." Mario freezes. How could this be? His father died 10 years ago, and he never mentioned any debts or enemies. These must be some kind of mistake, right? The two men exchange glances. "This looks like we're going to have to make you an offer you can't refuse," one of them says with a smirk. Before Mario can respond, they grab him and push him towards their car. He tries to resist, but there's no use. These guys are clearly stronger than him. They shove him into the back seat and slam the door shut. As the car drives away, Mario can't help but feel a sense of dread. He tries to calm himself down, telling himself that everything will be all right. But deep down, he knows he's in trouble. Who were those men, and what did they want from him? Most importantly, what did his father have to do with all this? The car stops in front of a large building. It looks like an old abandoned warehouse. The men escort Mario inside. It's dark and dusty, with boxes and old machinery scattered around. One of the men switches on a light, making Mario squint. In the center of the room, there's a man sitting in a chair. He's tall and muscular, with a shaved head and a goatee. He looks like a dangerous man. "Mario, right?" he asks. Mario hesitates, then replies, "Yes, that's my name." The man stands up and walks towards him. "I heard you had a nice little life in America," he says. "You made good money. You were successful." Mario doesn't know what to say. This man seems to know everything about him. The man continues, "But now you're here. That means you're in debt." Mario feels overwhelmed. "I don't know what you're talking about," he says. The man leans closer to him and says, "Your father owed me money. A lot of money. When he died, you inherited his debt." Mario is shocked. He had no idea his father was involved in something like this. "How much money are we talking about?" Mario asks. The man smiles. "Let's just say it's a lot of money. Money that your father never repaid. But I'm willing to make a deal with you." Mario's desperate. "What do you want from me?" he asks. The man thinks for a moment. "I want you to work for me," he says. "Wait. Work for you? How am I supposed to do that? I'm an ordinary guy. I don't know anything about this world." The man laughs. "It doesn't matter, I'll train you. You'll learn everything you need to know." Mario is torn. On one hand, he doesn't want to work for this dangerous man. But on the other hand, he has no choice. He owes this man money, and he needs to find a way to pay it back. Plus, he's already in too deep. There's no turning back. Over the next few weeks, Mario learns the ropes of this dangerous world. He meets a lot of interesting characters, some of them good and some of them bad. He learns how to fight, how to handle weapons, and how to stay one step ahead of the cops. But as he gets deeper into this lifestyle, he realizes that it's not what he thought it was. It's violent, dangerous, and there's a lot of betrayal. One day, Mario meets a woman named Isabella. She's beautiful and mysterious, and Mario can't help but be drawn to her. They start dating, and Mario opens up to her about his past, about how he came to Italy, and about his debt. Isabella is understanding and supportive, and Mario feels like he can finally be himself around her. However, soon Mario begins to have doubts. He doesn't like the lifestyle anymore. He wants to go back to America and live the simple life he once had, but he knows he can't. He still owes money, and he needs to find a way to pay it back. Plus, he's made enemies in this world, and if he leaves, they might come after him. One night, Mario is approached by a man named Luca. He's one of the man's top associates, and he's not happy with Mario. "You're not paying your debt," Luca says. "You're late on your payments." And if you don't do something about it, I'm going to have to take drastic measures. Mario is scared, but he tries to remain calm. I'm working on it, he says. I promise I'll pay you back soon. Luca doesn't buy it. I've heard enough of these promises. You need to do something for me. Something big. Luca tells Mario he wants him to steal a valuable painting from a museum. It's an ancient Roman fresco worth millions of dollars. And Luca is sure Mario can pull it off. Mario is hesitant. He doesn't want to get involved in something like this. But Luca is persistent, and he eventually agrees. On the night of the heist, Mario meets up with Luca and a group of men. They drive to the museum and park a few blocks away. Mario is nervous. He's never done anything like this before. Luca hands him a gun, just in case, he says. Mario takes the gun and follows the others. They break into the museum and make their way to the painting. It's being guarded by 2 armed guards, but the men quickly take them out. Mario is amazed at how efficient the team is. They load the painting onto a truck and drive away. As they're driving, Mario realizes he's in too deep. He's made powerful enemies, and he knows they'll come after him. He tries to convince the men to let him go, but they won't budge. They're not going to let this valuable asset slip away. Soon Mario finds himself on the run. He's hiding in abandoned buildings, sleeping in parks, and trying to stay away from the authorities. But he knows they won't find him. The police are looking for him because of the painting. He's become a wanted man. With the help of Isabella, Mario manages to escape Italy and start a new life in another country. However, he can't shake the feeling that he's being watched. And soon enough, he sees Luca again. Luca approaches him and says, I knew you'd come back. You can't hide from your debt forever. Mario is furious. He's tired of being controlled by this man. He takes the gun and shoots Luca. As Luca lies dying, he says, You may have won this battle, but you'll never win the war. Before Mario can respond, the police arrive and arrest him. In the end, Mario pays his debt with his freedom. He's sentenced to life in prison, where he'll spend the rest of his days. Maybe it was worth it. Maybe it was all a necessary sacrifice to live the life he wanted. But maybe, just maybe, it would have been better to face his past head-on and deal with it in Italy. And that's the end of Mafia, the Godfather's debt. Did you like this story? Would you have made a different choice? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more content.